you gonna bring the food up here? You gonna bring the food up here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good afternoon here from Wild Things Park. We have our second game of today, June 29th, as we have Devontae Glenn taking the mound for the Brilliance Sox. Facing Glenn to lead off will be center fielder Willis McDaniel. Glenn comes sets. Lines delivers. McDaniel shows bunt, takes the first pitch away for ball one. So due up this inning will be following Willis McDaniel will be Brendan Dadson, the shortstop, Josh Waywalt playing right field. As Glenn comes set, lifts and delivers another pitch away for ball two, 2-0. And following Waywalt will be the cleanup hitter, third baseman Skylar Mercado, the first baseman Joe Empaduglia, left fielder Myron Mabane, Will Musser hitting 7 and DHing, Anthony Alvarez doing the catcher hitting 8. As McDaniel takes the first strike of this contest to put the count at 2-1. And hitting ninth, playing second base, will be Jesus Salcedo. Second baseman Boyce is shifted into the 4-hole as Glenn delivers a pitch just down for ball 3, 3-1 here to McDaniel. Thank you all for tuning in to today's game as Glenn lifts, delivers. Strike two to fill up the count at 3-2. Good job by McDaniel here being patient, making Glenn find the zone in the early going. As Glenn is in the stretch, is relieved a lot in his past. Lifts, delivers. Fastball up and in, out of the zone, check swing, but fouled off by McDaniel. So pitch number 7 on its way. Those of you just tuning in, this is our first batter of the game, full count, 0-0 tie, obviously. As Glenn lifts, delivers a breaking ball, catches McDaniel looking for the first out, first strikeout of the day for Glenn. Brings up the left-handed hitting shortstop, Brendan Dadson. So the second baseman Boyce moves further into the hole and back a little bit into short right field as the center fielder shades over towards the right field side of the bat. That pitch is away as Glenn asks for confirmation. Glenn, who played for Napa in the Pacific Association in 2019, lifts, delivers. Ooh! Delivers a pitch inside. Dadson looks to jump to get out of the way, but is not able to do so. You see where's that one? Goes down to first base. So with one out, the Wolfpac have a runner on first base to bring up today's right fielder, Josh Waywalt. Glenn misses off the plate away. Once again. Glenn delivers the 1-0. The fastball towards the middle of the plate, lifted very high to the left fielder, Trey Hunt. No tag. So Dadson retreats to first base. Strong throw by Hunt. So 2 outs here for Glenn. So that'll bring up cleanup hitter and third baseman Skylar Mercado. Mercado started the season in the Pioneer League. Takes a slider out of the slide step for strike 1. Spits on the first pitch breaking ball. As Glenn comes set. Stares down the runner for a minute. Gives him a second look. Lifts and delivers. Line drive past the reaching Anton. Trey Hunt gets another ball, this time a base hit. Slings it back into the shortstop. So a 2-out single for Skylar Mercado, which brings up Joe Empeduglia. Empeduglia recently graduated from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. He's off to a hot start. This is his second game in the Yinzer. As yesterday in his first contest, hit a ball over the scoreboard. Crushed that ball. We'll look to get a 2-out RBI here with a runner on first and second. That off-speed pitch is taken for strike 1. Those of you just joining us, is the top half of the first inning. As with the lefty, Boyce is still in short right. That looked like a changeup there. As Empeduglia offers and swings over the top of that one for strike 2. So quickly, 0-2. Glenn looking to hang a 0 in the first inning of this afternoon's contest. Not quite nighttime yet. It is 2:04 here in Washington, Pennsylvania. He checks the runner. Delivers. That ball is bounced and kicks off of the catcher Santos for a wild pitch. Moves the runners into second and third. Third base is a long way from the heart. As Glenn can get out of this inning unscathed if he can retire Empeduglia. 32 degrees Celsius. The starting time temperature. Sorry, my phone's set. In the metric system. The universal system. Which equates to around 90 degrees Fahrenheit for all you Americans tuning in. Glenn comes set. Has the sign. Lifts and delivers. That ball is lifted into left field. So Trey Hunt getting a lot of action here in the early going. As he drifts under the baseball and puts that one away for the third out. So 2 runners left on. 1 hit. No errors. As the Brilliance Sox look to score first here. The bottom of the first. For the Brilliance Sox today, we have Brett Smith leading off, playing center field. Jarrett Anton, the shortstop, hitting second. Jarrell McDade, playing right field, hitting third. Slayton Vaughn, the first baseman, cleaning up. The DH, hitting fifth, Jacob Bockley. Trey Hunt, the left fielder, hitting sixth. Samir Santos, the catcher, hitting seventh. Mark Vargas, the third baseman, hitting eighth. And Jimmy Boyce, the second baseman, hitting 9th. On the mound for the Wolfpac today, we have number 45, Jose Vasquez. Vasquez, in his last outing, completed the game, but suffered the loss in a great pitcher's duel between him and fellow Canuck, Dylan Jacober. Will be forming a battery with the Chicagoan catcher, Anthony Alvarez. Doing the umpiring, we have Joe doing the second game of today's game. Got a fresh undershirt and fresh overshirt for this contest. It is quite hot. Sweated through his last clothes. Drank 3 Gatorades, probably 96 ounces worth of Gator juice, and a couple of waters. So great job staying hydrated in the extra inning contest. For those of you that missed it, the Brilliance Sox were able to, or not the Brilliance Sox, the Road Warriors ended their losing streak by snapping the Killer Bees' long win streak, giving them their second loss of the season on a walk-off hit-by-pitch in the 10th inning. So here we have Brett Smith standing in with the third baseman, Skylar Mercado, playing a step in front of the bag, maybe expecting a bunt here. As he takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Vasquez, also in the stretch, lifts and delivers. Foul tip hung on by Anthony Alvarez. But either way, 0-2 count to the center fielder, Smith. Smith, who played in last year's Yinzer, stands in, prepares for the 0-2, and chases the pitch low and away for strike 3. Good pitch there by Vasquez. But right after him with the fastball. Did not look like Smith was anticipating another heater there. It was just a bit tardy to the party for strike 3. So with 1 out, that will bring up left-handed batter Jared Anton. As we see Salcedo playing over quite a bit in the shift. As we have seen quite a bit, leaving the middle of the field pretty open. Vasquez lifts, delivers. Foul ball down the left field line into the picnic area. So 1-1 count here to Anton as Vasquez comes set with his new baseball. Lifts and delivers. Alvarez set up inside, reaches for the pitch, up and away. For ball 2. 2-1 here to Anton. As Vasquez delivers the pitch off the plate away for ball 3. 3-1 to Anton. So after the 3-pitch punch-out, Vasquez behind the count here to Anton. Anton fouls that, offering back to low the count at 3-2. Jerome McDade, the right fielder, on deck for the Brilliance Sox in the bottom of this first inning. I will be keeping my eye on the comments here, so leave us a comment if you'd like. As Anton fouls that pitch off, the pole right to the player manager, Mark Demko. Who's coaching third. With a Baseball Brilliance arm sleeve. If you are in need of an arm or leg sleeve, check out Baseball Brilliance. I believe baseballbrilliance.com. Instagram handle should be Baseball Brilliance as well. Oh, is that pitch on the inside corner is taken for strike 3. So a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking here in the early going. Start the day off for Vasquez. So he has a 3-pitch strikeout and a full count punch out. Doing it every way he can here. As with 2 outs and nobody on, that brings up right fielder Jarrell McDade. McDade wearing number 20. He's been a spark plug for the Brilliant Sox offense. Played in Bakersfield in 2019. Takes strike 1. McDade taking his time, readjusting his batting gloves before he gets back in the box. Takes a deep breath as Vasquez gets the sign. Vasquez comes set. Lifts and delivers. As that pitch is just off the plate, inside. To even the count at 1-1. Another beautiful day for baseball here in Washington, Pennsylvania. As Alvarez sets up outside. That pitch goes inside. Grounds it down third base line past a diving Mercado as McDade coasts into second base for a stand-up double. With the double cut, the throw comes into the second baseman, Jesus Salcedo, for the first knock of the day for the Brilliant Sox. So with 2 outs, the Brilliant Sox are threatening. They have Jarrell McDade, good base runner in scoring position, with the dangerous Slayton Vaughn coming up to bat. Vaughn also spent 2019 in the Pacific Division of the Pecos League, played for the High Desert Yardbirds. Played first and DH'd for the Yardbirds in Adelanto, California. Takes strike 1. High Desert is no misnomer. It is hot, dry, and hot out there. As Vasquez comes set, prepares for the 0-1 offering to Vaughn. This one is down and away, just misses the corner there. As the umpire looked like he was going to pull the trigger, but holsters the gun, evens the count at 1-1. So even with the right-handed Vaughn up to bat, Salcedo in short right field. And that ball looked like it was about to get up the middle there, but kicks off the side of the mound. Lucky hop, and the ball goes towards the shortstop Dadson, who was able to fire it across. For the third out of the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 1, we remain in a scoreless tie between the Wolfpac and the Brilliant Sox. The Brilliant Sox take the field as Devontae Glenn prepares for his second inning of work. Glenn, who is always deliberate between innings, takes his time to get out there, collect his thoughts. Goes about his business in a very zen way. Last outing, Glenn was phenomenal. scoreless through, I believe, 5 or 6 innings. A good adjustment after the outing before that when he threw a little bit too many pitches. Got himself into some trouble walking guys. But much better being in the zone last time out. So great to see the arms making some big adjustments here. It's Glenn looking to find the feel on all his pitches. Batting this inning for the Wolfpac will be the 6th hole, Myron Ravain, the left fielder, the DH, Will Musser, and Anthony Alvarez, the 8-hole, the catcher.
How many times?
So Glenn prepares to face the left fielder, Myron Ravain. Ravain, the left-handed swinger. Played for the Party Animals, the opposing team for the Savannah Bananas in Savannah, Georgia. Steps in with an open stance. As Glenn lifts, delivers a pitch just off the plate away. Looked like a slider that as that pitch is taken down in the dirt for ball 1. Not dirt. Turf. Down in the brown turf. As we have a whole array of turf colors. We have brown and green here at Wild Things Park. As you can see, the red logo right here. Glenn fires a pitch just off the plate away for ball 3. Close pitch there, but Levain lays off. So Glenn lifts, delivers. So 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man, Levain. Brings Will Musser up to the plate. Musser started the season with the Brilliance Sox. Plays a little bit of first, a little bit of outfield. He's hit a home run this season. 2 home runs. Is DHing today. We'll look to keep the threat going. As that slider is taken for strike 1. Good pitch there. As it backed Musser off the plate a little bit. But came back to catch the inside corner. Glenn lifts, delivers, fastball off the plate away. So mixing pitches here early. First pitch breaker to Musser. Backs it up with a fastball. As Glenn lifts, delivers another slider inside. Big swing by Musser. But missed. First strike 2. Moves the count to 1-2. Musser played club baseball at Clemson University. Also played in the Yinzer last year. Will step out as Glenn flips the ball over to the first baseman, Slayton Vaughn. As Levain retreats to first base safely. As Glenn checks the runner. Lifts and delivers. Ground ball right at Anton. Taylor made. Anton to Boyce. Boyce to Vaughn. And that will be 2 outs here. So the twin killing gets Levain off the base paths. It gives us 2 outs here, top of the second inning. little bit more cloud cover for this game than the first game, as there was not a cloud in the sky earlier. Glenn, with nobody on, remains in the stretch and misses up and away there with a fastball to the catcher Alvarez. Glenn looks in, gets the sign from the catcher Samir Santos, and lifts and delivers. Slider. It's been good throwing that slider for a strike. They don't seem to be looking for it, really. Probably hunting fastballs. Taking breakers before 2 strikes. Not a bad idea. Flips another slider in there for strike 2. So 1-2 count here to the catcher Alvarez. One lifts, delivers. Fastball up and out of the zone, changes Alvarez's eye level, but he does not offer. That moves the count to 2-2. So 2-2 pitch from Glenn. Slider is swung through and missed for strike 3. So after the leadoff 4-pitch walk, Glenn gets a double play and a strikeout. So no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the second in a scoreless tie. I will let you guys listen to Jose Vasquez pop the mitt of Cole Workin while I take a few bites of my Chipotle. It's been a long day here. Great day. And then you get the table. So leading off the bottom of the second will be the catcher, Jacob, or not the catcher. He is a catcher. But today he will be DHing. It was Jacob Bockley. Bockley, who has beat the shift a couple times, is still being shifted. With the shortstop on the second base side of the bag, as Vasquez misses off the plate away. Shift is always interesting as it almost draws you to throw the ball inside. So they hit the ball over to where more of the position guys are. As he does just that, does Vasquez, and gets a pop fly into short center field. And McDaniel floats in and makes the play on. So 1 out here for the Brilliance Sox. Is that a strike one? First pitch to Trey Hunt. As that pitch is lifted into foul territory, as the first baseman, Impeduglia, ranges over, makes a pretty good play there. He actually catches the ball on the bullpen mound on the first base side. It's a good place. The man can stick it and play a little bit of defense over there at first base, where he is pigeonholed as a left-handed thrower. So 2 outs here in 4 pitches by Jose Vasquez. Brings up the catcher, Samir Santos. As on the 5th pitch of the inning, Santos strokes the ball a couple steps to the right of second baseman Jesus Salcedo, who makes it look easy. So 3 up, 3 down here in Vasquez's second inning of work. As we have a question about the final line of Manny Rosario from Frankie Moscatello, one of our most dedicated viewers of the Yinzer Baseball Confederacy. So Rosario went 5 1/3, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, with 6 walks and 4 strikeouts.
I don't know how to change the lineup. For some reason, McBain was entered in. Vasquez went through the hitter, and McBain went in the hitter, and then it changed the lineup. Oh, you can just do that? I was trying to do that. I was trying to just get it to know. Yeah, I guess. And then make sure he's pitching.
So we are just figuring out Game Changer up here as we have switched computer systems of recording. We also have the pen and paper book for those traditionalists we have at home. So do not fret. We are also doing a location chart, velocity chart, all under the direction of our stat guy, Ty Arlesic, who has been key in us being able to have some high quality and in-depth statistics for the Yinzer Baseball Confederacy, which can all be found on our website, blacksoxprobaseball.com. If you click the 3 little lines on the top left corner of the mobile site and choose Yinzer Baseball Confederacy and flip through the tabs there on our Google Sheets spreadsheet. Big shout out to Google for making shareable, postable documents or spreadsheets available to us, which we utilize very heavily for our schedule, stats, rosters. As Jesus Salcedo, the second baseman, made the final play of the last inning, settles into the batter's box. As Glenn lifts and delivers the first pitch. As that pitch gets a piece of Salcedo as he jogs on down to first base. And on the deflection off of Salcedo's forearm, he got a piece of Santos. Sucks to see our catchers, such hard workers, get hit by pitches and things like that. As our umpire, Joe, who's been doing a phenomenal job, he's worked quite a few of our games. takes the ball back to Glenn to give Santos some time to recover from that stinger. And the Wolfpac have the leadoff man on board yet again, which brings up the leadoff man, Willis McDaniel. McDaniel, who struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Settles in. Glenn checks the runner. Salcedo. And lifts and delivers. Slider on the inside edge. That slider inside the righties has been a very effective pitch here early on for Glenn. As Glenn picks over, Salcedo dives back safely. As Glenn in the slide step lifts and delivers. Oh, the bunt attempt is popped up to the catcher, Santos, in fair territory as he is quick out of his squat. Gets a couple steps in front of home plate, makes the basket catch, and slings it over to first base to double off Jesus Salcedo. So yet another double play by Glenn. This time a little bit unconventional on the failed sacrifice bunt by McDaniel. So 3 pitches and 2 outs by Glenn. Not often you see it go down that way, but anyway, anyhow. Outs are the name of the game here for pitchers. Brings up the power threat of Brandon Dadson. Takes the first pitch away for strike 1. Almost feels overly repetitive saying it, but second baseman voice is in short right field. That pitch is a changeup down. I have a request to get an inning of Japanese. I might just sprinkle a little bit in there. Hope you guys pick up on it. As Glenn lifts, delivers. Strike 2 to Dadson. Devontae Glenn comes set, gets ready for the 1-2 offering. Lifts and delivers a slider. Paints that outside corner. That same corner he has been beaten up with that pitch against righties. Does it again to backdoor the left-handed Dadson to strike him out looking. An unconventional 1-2-3 inning yet again for Glenn. Last time he went 4-pitch walk for a 1-2-3 inning. And this time, hits Salcedo with the first pitch of the inning. Gets a failed sacrifice pop-up where Santos, the catcher, is able to double off the runner at first and then strikes out Dadson looking. So big shout out to Joe Impeduglia Sr., who was able to deliver his son here to us from New York. And hopefully he has safe travels back home. I'm not sure if he's left yet or not. Thank you guys all for tuning in. For those of you guys that just joined us, we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning in a scoreless tie as Jose Vasquez, the starter for the Wolfpac, and Devontae Glenn, the starter for the Brilliance Sox, have traded scoreless innings. Hello to Julie Boyce, who I believe is probably Jimmy Boyce's mother, for the comment. Appreciate you guys all weighing in. Nice to have a live chat. So Mr. Paduglia is back in New York. Glad you made it back safely. It's hard work, and he has passed that trait down to his son. As you do not get a body like that fills up the batter's box without working hard. Well, that brings up third baseman Mark Vargas, the right-handed stick. As the first pitch is just off the plate inside. Vasquez doing a good job working in and out today. As Alvarez sets up away. That pitch is fouled away down the third base line. We also have the father of the catcher, Anthony Alvarez's father, who has been at quite a few Black Sox games through the spring camp and our road tour, as Alvarez has been a stud for us behind the dish. As Vasquez winds and delivers, Alvarez hits one to the left of the shortstop. Datsun makes a leaping throw and is able to fire that one across to the stretched out Paduglia for the first out of the inning. Great play there by Datsun. Ranging into the sixth hole, fields the ball, slings it across to the number 73 Paduglia, who is outreached and just beats a hustling Mark Vargas. So with one out here, that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Jimmy Boyce. Jimmy Boyce been hitting great since he was traded to the Brilliance Sox. Stands in. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Boyce prepares for the 0-1. And Goodwood there strokes the ball right at the shortstop, Datsun. So Datsun has an assist and a putout here in the inning. With two outs, that'll bring up leadoff man Brett Smith. Smith wearing number 3. Also played in the Pacific Association in 19. I believe prior to that as well. As we will take a look. Smith squares the bunt, takes strike one. Probably trying to bait Vasquez into throwing a ball. Try and extend his pitch count here a little bit. It was Brett Smith. Nope, it's wrong, Brett Smith. As you can find all of our stats on, or all of our professional stats at least, linked on the Black Sox Pro Baseball website. 0-2 count here to Brett Smith as he fouled that one away. As Smith, who went to Bucknell, played for the Pittsburgh Diamonds in 2018, and for the Road Warrior Black Sox in the Yinzer in 2020. Grounds one to Datsun. Makes another leaping throw across. So Datsun handles every ball that inning. Datsun, who's pretty imposing for a shortstop, holds his own over there. Does a pretty good job. Drops to his knees like a hockey goalie quite often. As he does have a little bit of experience on the ice. No word yet on if he is dabbled in figure skating or not. But nonetheless, a 3-up, 3-down inning for Vasquez. So one hit apiece in the first 3 frames here for the Brilliant Sox and the Wolfpac. Nothing going by the way of scoring. As Glenn, as per usual, takes his time coming out to the mound. As coming out to warm him up is new player recently signed today, actually. Let's get his name. The catcher, Josh Mosley. Mosley, who came to us from the Gary South Shore Railcats. One of the two teams that Joe Torre directly scouts for, although he does scout for just about every independent league baseball team in the nation, in the top 3 leagues at least, is he has sent players just about everywhere. Reputable here in Indy ball. Those 3 leagues would be the Atlantic, the American, and the Frontier League. The Frontier League, which recently absorbed the Can-Am League, is the league that the Washington Wild Things of Washington, Pennsylvania, where we are currently holding the Yinzer League. It actually looks like Mosley is entering the game as maybe the foul tip or the dead ball off of Salcedo that got a piece of Santos left more of a bruise than Santos let on. This is our first Josh Mosley appearance of the young season. Glad to see him getting some action here on his first day in the Yins. As Glenn, Wilson delivers the first pitch. For strike one, great pitch there. Looked like a changeup potentially on the outer edge. To the left-handed bat of Josh Raywald. Started the season with the Washington Wild Things. Also played for the Wild Things last year in the Yinzer. The first year, the inaugural year of the Yinzer, where we had 2 Wild Things teams and 2 teams fielded by the Black Sox. This year, the Black Sox organization, responsible for all 4 teams. 1-1 pitch, fouled back. So the Brilliance Sox and the Road Warrior Black Sox are holdovers from last year's Yinzer Baseball Confederacy, while the Wolfpac and Killer Bees were additions for this current season. The Killer Bees, managed by last year's Brilliant Sox manager, Colvin Ballas, lost their second game of the season this morning. As Glenn lifts, delivers, slider, fouled off. So Glenn doing a great job of throwing off-speed pitches in the zone today. Always good to see. It's very important for pitchers to be able to throw multiple pitches for strikes. As he brings the 1-2 once again, another slider. Oh, between the shifted voice and just out of the reach of the first baseman, Slayton Vaughn, for a single through the shift by Josh Raywald. So no outs here, another leadoff base runner for the Wolfpac. Let's see if Glenn can get another double play here. Another ground ball would be just fine. As Skylar Mercado, who had the first hit of today's contest, comes up the bat. Skylar scores the bunt, bunts it hard to the third baseman, Vargas. He's coming across and fires it over to Vaughn. With nobody at second base, Raywald takes a good turn, but Vaughn has an eye on him. Raywald retreats back to second base. So successful sacrifice there by Skylar Mercado, selfless at bat. By Mercado, puts a runner in scoring position for Impaduglia, the first baseman. little bit tougher to shift like crazy with the runner on second base. As the shortstop, Canton is holding on the runner. First pitch is taken on the inside edge for strike one. Impaduglia with his UTRGV orange ankle guard on. Prepares for the 0-1 offering from Glenn as he lifts and delivers. Throws one on the outside corner this time. So paints the inside corner, paints the outside corner. Glenn finds himself ahead 0-2. Got some wiggle room here. Both first base open on a swing and strike three. Impaduglia can't run to first. As that pitch is lifted into left field. No tag by Ray Walt. Trey Hunt drifts in. Puts that ball away for the second out of the inning. And as Ray Walt goes back to second base. The 2 outs here. Good job by Glenn to keep the left-handed Impaduglia on the left-hand side of the field to prevent the runner from advancing. Which brings up Myron McVane. Glenn checks the runner, lifts and delivers. Fastball just on the corner away. Good pitch. Location is of the utmost importance on the mound. As Glenn finds himself ahead yet again. Lifts and delivers. That pitch, on the inner edge. McVane starts to offer at it, but that pitch is called a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. I know you guys are tired of hearing me say this, but Jimmy Boyce playing deep in the 4-hole in the short right field. The center field is shaded in a little bit. As McVane fouls that one off. So 1-2 count here. From Devontae Glenn. Glenn looks down. And now looks in. For the sign from the catcher, Josh Mosley. And lifts and delivers. Fastball up and away. Just high there. Leading the count at 2-2. Glenn looks in, has a sign. Lifts and delivers. That pitch is lifted into left field. As Trey Hunt had him played pretty perfectly, was at the correct depth, and takes a few steps over to the line. Hunt, who's been doing a great job in left field. He's played a lot more infield throughout his career, but finding success in the outfield. Puts it away for the third out. So on one hit, one runner left on base. No runs are scored as we move into the bottom of the fourth inning. Score remains 0-0.
I know what I need. No extra innings. So I mean, I want somebody to be a winner.
So here we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Missouri Baseball Confederacy. As the first pitch to Anton is lifted down the left field line, but foul just out of the reach of the shortstop, Brandon Dadson. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Had to go snag me some dihydrogen monoxide. Got to stay hydrated up here as it is a hot one. 91 degrees is our game time temperature. We play in the middle of the heat here to avoid having to pay to turn on the stadium lights. The 0-1 offering to Anton is swung through and missed. Maybe in a changeup. Looked like he pulled the string there. Moves the count to 0-2. Vasquez lifts, delivers. Foul tip. I don't know what happened there. Might have hit the catcher. Or hit the umpire or something. It's the catcher Alvarez checks on. Yeah, I think he hit the catcher in the shoulder off the bat, or the umpire in the shoulder off the bat. Tough spot there, as that is exposed by the gear of the umpire. As Anton prepares for another 0-2. Alvarez set up off the plate away. It was a good job presenting that one. But our umpire is not fooled. The count moves to 1-2. Good eye there by Anton. Alvarez sets up away once more. Vasquez throws this one. This time down low for the second ball to even the count at 2-2. Vasquez steps off, recollects himself, and looks in to get the sign from Alvarez. Vasquez lifts, delivers. Well struck, but plenty of air under that one. McDaniel shows some good range. Calls off the left fielder, Mabang, who might have had an easier go at that one. But center fielder has priority, and center fielder makes the first out of the inning. So 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth for the Brilliance Sox, which brings up Jarrell McDade. McDade, always good for a big barrel. Prepares for the first pitch, and that is painted on the outer edge for strike one. Vasquez gets his side and delivers. This pitch is down, kept in front by Alvarez. As that evens the count at 1-1. So pause in action. As McDade prepares for the 1-1 offer. Vasquez comes set. Lifts and delivers. This pitch is fouled off to move the count to 1-2. Interesting to see how far over the second baseman, Salcedo, is shifted towards the 4-hole. See how that plays out over the course of this ball game. He's been over there for quite a few of these batters. Oh, as McDade hits a dribbler, the pitcher Vasquez fields it, but no gross. That'll go down as a single to the pitcher. As McDade, who has good speed, hustles down the line. And no contest by the pitcher Vasquez. So probably a smart idea to eat it there, as you don't want to turn that base knock into a triple. Well, not a triple, but make an error and let the man advance to third, which McDade probably would have done. Because there's a lot of foul territory down by that bullpen in right field. Or on the right field side, rather. That'll bring up Slayton Vaughn, the first baseman for the Brilliance Sox. That ball is chopped down the third base line, but foul for the first strike. Ball is well struck. Vaughn hits a lot of balls pretty hard. Vaughn wearing number 34. Stands in. And prepares for the 0-1 offering from Vasquez. McDade takes off. Good jump there. But we'll have to go back to first base as Vaughn hits another one into the bullpen down the third base line. So the 0-2 offering after two foul balls by Slayton Vaughn. We're running on first base in the bottom of the fourth inning. Oh, good spoil there on a slider on the outside corner. As Vaughn looked to be fooled, but was able to stay back long enough to cap that one down the first base line. So 3 pitches, 3 foul balls, and Vaughn stays alive. He will face the 0-2 pitch once more. As Vasquez, good move over to get McDade going back to the bag. As Vasquez will prepare for the 0-2 once again. Lifts, delivers, slider. Vaughn can't get a piece this time and swings through that one for strike 3. So 2 outs here for the Brilliant Sox and Jacob Bockley, the DH, with Jerome McDade on first base. So the shift is on. And the shift is even more extreme as the third baseman will be covering second on the stolen base, according to the shortstop Dadson, who's playing pretty much in straight up second base position, but like 4 or 5 steps past the edge of the dirt. First pitch is taken off the plate away. I always find it interesting when in the shift, pitchers still want to throw away to the big power bats that are often getting shifted. That is the easiest pitch to just roll down that opposite field line, but no swing there. As Vasquez checks over, B move, no tag. McDade gets back in standing up. As our hitter calls time, adjusts his shin guard, and prepares for the 1-0 offering. So crop ball down the line to left may even result in a triple. Even with how far over Myron Urbane is shifted, as that pitch is off the plate away as well from Vasquez. So 2-0 here to Buckley. With McDaniel, the center fielder, shifted well into the right center field gap. Vasquez lifts and delivers. Oh, that ball is taken the opposite way. Wow, that ball was well struck, but foul. As if that's fair, that's a home run. Probably traveling about, what would you say, like 390 feet? So good swing there. But strike one by Vasquez. Moves the cap to 2-1. The 2-1 offering from Vasquez. He lifts. Oh! Buckley calls time right as the front leg of Vasquez twitches. But he holds the ball and does not make the pitch. As Buckley prepares for the 2-1 again. Vasquez lifts, delivers. Oh, another ball hit down the left field line. Foul again. This one a little bit closer. Hits off the party pavilion sign in front of the picnic area where the magic happens. By magic, I mean the picking up and turning in of jerseys, the preparation. Known as our eye wash station, where yoga and meditation is permitted as opposed to on the field. 2-2 pitch. Oh, that ball is struck through the shift. So, shift or not, that would have been a base knock. That was in the short right center field gap. Would have been over the head of a second baseman. But good piece there by Buckley. And with the shift on, and the shortstop Dadson, who was playing more at second base position, taking a few steps towards the ball, McDade is able to take a big turn there at second with nobody at the bag. So the throw goes into the third baseman, Mercado. So defense resets to a more conventional alignment for the right-handed bat of Trey Hunt, as Trey Hunt takes a gargantuan swing at the first pitch by Vasquez. Trey Hunt looked like he was looking to end the scoreless tie there with one swing in the bat. There's for the 0-1. This time, looks like a chip came off his bat. McDade rounds third. The ball hits through the 6-hole. As McDade scores, Buckley takes too big of a turn there at second base, and he is caught in a rundown. So the ball coming in from the left fielder is cut off by the third baseman, who is able to catch Buckley in no man's land, and they retire Buckley there. So base running mistake by Buckley, being a little bit aggressive coming around the bag, will lead to the end of the fourth inning. But smart by Buckley to at least get caught in the rundown and ensure that McDade has time enough to score, as the run does count, as McDade touched home plate before Bockley was tagged. But that ends the threat for the Brilliant Sox as they run themselves out of the inning. But they do take the lead 1-0. On the RBI base knockback. We have a comment asking if one of the bullpen arms is pitching today. And the short answer to that would be I do not know. As we will use whatever's available. As we play the game as it comes, and in different situations, different bullpen arms are utilized. But as we do have a couple of 9-inning games tomorrow, we do need to save some arms. Yeah, the rest of the week, actually, we do need to save arms. As bullpen arms, not something you want to run out of.
Today, tomorrow, we Saturday.
So because of the well-managed pitching staff, according to yesterday's starting pitcher and current scoreboard guy, Courtney Knack, getting through and being able to stretch the arms will mean that we will be able to play some 9s tomorrow. On the docket for tomorrow will be the Wolfpac versus the Brilliance Sox for the 10 a.m. game, followed by the Killer Bees and the Road Warrior Black Sox, tentatively scheduled for 1:30, depending on how the first game goes. Glenn settles in for his 5th inning of work. First pitch is fouled off by the designated hitter, Will Mustard. The first pitch strike from Glenn. It's fouled off. Mustard grounded into a double play, his first time up to bat. As Glenn fires ball 1. Good pitch there. Missed just down, it seemed. Well, hard to tell exactly from up here. As Glenn lifts and delivers. That slider misses just down, I believe. For ball 2, 2-1. Good eye there by Mustard. Not sure if he was taking based off of the pitch type or the location, but nonetheless, 2-1 count. As Glenn toes the rubber once more. Glenn lifts, delivers, off the plate and down away for ball 3. 3-1 from number 27, Devontae Glenn. Familiarly known as Fox. As he looks in and gets the sign for the 3-1 offering to Will Mustard. That slider catches the outside corner to fill the count at 3-2. So yet another slider for a called strike. That pitch has been a game changer for Glenn today. Glenn lifts and delivers. That ball is grounded to the third baseman Vargas, hangs back, makes the play, fires it across, and Glenn has his first out of the top of the 5th inning. Infielders throw the ball around as the catcher returns back to his spot behind the plate after running down to back up the throw across. Good hustle by Mosley. As the other team's catcher, Alvarez, steps into the box. Line comes set, lifts and delivers. Pitch is just off the plate inside for ball one. Glenn looks in, lifts and delivers. That pitch is up and away for ball two. 2-0 to Alvarez. Alvy calls time, wipes his eyes, and gets ready for the 2-0 offering. One had been working fairly quickly there, so Alvarez doing what he can to disrupt his timing. That ball is well struck right back up the middle. Return to sender for a 1-out knock for Anthony Alvarez. That'll bring up Jesus Salcedo, the second baseman. Salcedo, who played for the Road Warrior Black Sox in last year's Yinzer. In last year's Empire League, excuse me. Stands in Vargas. The third baseman is even with the bag. The Salcedo is known to bunt here and there. The Salcedo takes strike one on the outer edge for strike one. Redundantly. That pitch is lifted high into the air. And Jarrett Anton, just a couple steps to the right of the pitcher's mound, puts that one away. Actually, his right, my left. For out number 2. Good job by Glenn to continue to attack and get the 9-hole after allowing the hit to the catcher. Brings up leadoff man and center fielder Willis McDaniel. First pitch is off the plate away, and Mosley slings the ball down to Slayton Vaughn as Alvarez retreats back to first base. Looks as if Jimmy Boyce will be covering on the stolen bases. He is hanging out kind of close to second base compared to where he's been positioned in previous McDaniel bats with nobody on. McDaniel calls time, resets, and steps back into the box. McDaniel facing his former team. Offers at that pitch, probably middle away there, and lifts that one into short right field. And caught by the right fielder McDade. So no runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. As we move to the bottom of the 5th, the Brilliance Sox look to add to their 1-0 lead. So the Brilliant Sox, who typically have their bullpen arms sitting out in their bullpen, look to have their relief pitchers in the dugout today to hopefully keep those guys locked in.
That's what happened.
Actually, the Brilliant Sox pitchers were looking to avoid the heat as their 100 SPF sunscreen, I guess, was not going to do the job, which is a little sharp and soft, if you ask me. But to each their own. As Courtney Mack paraphrased what he's saying back here, saying if you want better, play better. As Courtney Mack is a starting pitcher, is getting to sit in the air-conditioned press box while doing the scoreboard.
Don't give me up like that. I love those guys. I just told them that. I love those guys.
Oh, we love those guys, but a little bit of hard love, brotherly love is, always in order. You got to keep the boys in line. Got to.
Like tough love.
Yes, sir. Tough love at its finest. We may seem like we're just ragging on the boys, but maybe we're trying to teach them a thing or two about a thing or two. As we've heard a time or two in our time playing for the one and only Joe Torre. As maybe he may not be the one and only, but big swing by Mosley on the first pitch he has seen in his Yinzer Baseball Confederacy career. First strike one. Mosley takes strike two on the outer black. Good spit there. Not much you can do with that one. As Vasquez fires another one. This one ruled off the edge to move the count to 1-2. As that pitch is ruled strike three. So, quick strikeout here by Vasquez. Oh, yeah. Great baseball. Love to see a pitcher's duel. As Vasquez and Devontae Glenn are going at it. Vasquez continues to fill it up. Strike one down the middle. Looking very confident. Just pounding the zone. Love to see it. By the young Canadian right-hander. Second pitch. Oh, well struck over the head of the left fielder, Mabane. For a double for Vargas. Ball was stroke. And that ball just took off the bat of Mark Vargas. A one-out double will bring up the 9-hole and second baseman, Jimmy Boyce. Oh, yeah. It's always great to see those guys that work hard have success. As me and Courtney Mack are, when we're not up in the booth, Brilliance Sox players, pitchers, to be specific, as Boyce takes strike one. But Vargas is always doing the little things, getting the bats, is always at 7 o'clock early work with the pitchers. Even on a day like today where his game starts at 1:30. As Boyce swings through the slider inside for strike two. So all those hard-working guys, it's hard not to root for them. As Vasquez delivers, that pitch is lifted into foul territory. Long run for the third baseman, Mercado. And neither Mercado nor Dadson can get to that one. Long chase by our two infielders on the left-hand side. As well as Mabane, who was honestly didn't have a very good shot at reaching there. He was shaded towards the gap a hair. So 0-2 once again to Boyce. Boyce from Michigan stands in as Vasquez comes set. Lifts and delivers. Fastball. Wow. Good pitch. Just away? Away, yeah. Probably by about 3 cat hairs and a dog hair. So didn't miss by much there. So 1-2 to Boyce. That pitch gets a little bit more in the middle of the plate. And it is chopped foul. And that bat sounded like a firecracker as it exploded. As Boyce will need a different piece of lumber to finish the bat. So hopefully that broken bat is not for naught. NAUGHT, not KNOT. As Boyce grabs a new bat, well, Alvarez goes and has a quick word with his pitcher. The runner on second might be changing signs or just discussing what they want to throw here in a 1-2 pitch. 1-2 count to Boyce, who's been battling. First base is open. The drop 30 is possible. Oh, swings through that one. And it clicks off Alvarez's glove, and Boyce is able to reach first on the drop third. And on the play, Mark Vargas advances to third base. So runners at the corner with 1 out after the strikeout to bring up the leadoff hitter, Brett Smith. So heads up play by Boyce to get out of the box. Immediately preceding swinging through strike 3. So not to say I called it, but I called it. So runners at the corners here with 1 out for the Brilliance Sox. So they are knocking at the door again after scoring a run last inning. Middle infielders are halfway. Third baseman Mercado is even with the bag. And the first baseman, Impeduglia, is holding on Boyce at first base. But Vasquez 1 pitch away from retiring the side. Oh, bad jump by Boyce as he is hosed. Great throw by Alvarez. And not necessarily the best pitch to run on there. I think I might have been right. 2-0, 2-1, 2-1. Wait, that's not right.
That's not right.
We've seen 2 pitches. Hold on. Yeah, clear the scoreboard. 1-1. All right, correction from the umpire. Signal 2-1. Been a long day in the sun. This is his 15th inning of baseball. He umpired the entirety of the extra inning contest this morning, which the I keep saying that. The Road Warriors walked off the Brilliant Sox, and that ball is chopped to third. Yeah. As Britt Smith is retired. That chopper may have resulted in a run had Boyce not been caught stealing. So after reaching on the free pass after the catcher whiffed the ball, Boyce is caught stealing second, and the ground ball by Smith is enough to retire the side. So after having runners on first and third with 1 out, Vasquez is able to sneak his way out of there unscathed, leaving the score at 1-0 going into the top of the 6th inning.
That's huge. He needed to go 6.
Yep.
Out to B.
So we have a killer bee of our own. Maybe a hornet or something. Stuck in the press box with us. And not one in a jersey, but one with wings. As he continues to run into the press box windows, trying to find his way out of here. Bugs often aren't able to differentiate between windows and open windows, as we'll try and guide him out of here with the lid of our Chipotle. My lid. Is it not? That's not a beat. We're trying to guide this bug out of the window, but he just wants to run into the far. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's right here. Go out. All right. As we were able to get the bug out of the window, but we also lost the Chipotle lid out of the window. As recent addition Eric Morrell retrieves the lid, passed it up to the press box. Thank you, Eric. Eric, also a former Weyburn Beaver, spent some time with Gary and in the Pico Sleeve. Quite the gentleman. As the bug has left the press box and Brennan Dadson steps into the batter's box. So Jimmy Boyce again in short right field. Ball one from Glenn, as we have a full house, as we have approximately 4 fans here. A shirtless Omar Artson and a sleeveless Colvin Ballas walking around, both killer bees who suffered their second loss of the season. As Dadson lines out to the right fielder. Well struck, but perfectly played by Terrell McDade. As the throw around with Boyce in short right, it's pretty much turns into a cutoff as he misses the shortstop and it one hops the third baseman perfectly. So everybody was lined right up. So that'll bring up another left-handed bat in Josh Raywalt. In the third pitch of the inning is a slider that catches the outside edge for strike one. Glenn making good work ahead of Raywalt here. Wow, that ball is crushing over the scoreboard. Actually, not over the scoreboard, hit the top of the scoreboard. So Glenn tried to mix up his timing and mess with Raywalt, but Raywalt able to hit that one onto the top of the scoreboard. So that'll be a long run for one of our pitchers and a 360-foot run for Raywalt, leading to the first run of the game for the Wolfpac. That'll bring up the right-handed batter, Skylar Mercado. Solos don't kill you, though, as that brings our game back to a 1-1 tie. Glenn lifts and delivers. That fastball is up and in out of the zone. To Mercado, our third baseman, for the Wolfpac. That was ball 2. 2-0 to Mercado. So with 1 out, Josh Raywalt puts the Wolfpac on the board with a solo shot to tie the game. And Glenn delivers a pitch on the outside edge for strike 1. So 2-1. to the third baseman, Mercado. Glenn's pitch is a slider. Good change of speed there. First strike 2, even his count at 2-2. I appreciate all of you guys watching and supporting the Yinzer Baseball Confederacy, as well as all of those that have left comments for us. You guys could throw us a follow on Instagram and also Black Sox Pro Baseball. Appreciate that as well, as we can keep you guys updated. On everything going on here in Washington, Pennsylvania, in the Yinzer Baseball Confederacy. As that ball is ripped to the third baseman, Anton, who has a little bit of trouble. Ball kicks off his glove as he ranges towards the middle, but he barehands the ball and slings it across for the second out of the inning. Good job by Glenn to get the guy, retire the hitter after the home run. As that brings up Joe Impeduglia. As Impeduglia takes the ball off the plate in. As Glenn lifts and delivers. That ball is crushed right at the Brilliance Sox pitcher warming up in the bullpen, Felix Barreto. Barreto, the lefty. That was a good segue as he is starting to get loose down there. So 1-1 count here to Impeduglia. He is a home run threat as well. That pitch is taken off the plate away for ball 2. As Glenn lifts and delivers, fastball up and out of the zone.
Did you get that one? The one you just okay, yeah.
An imposing Impeduglia prepares for the 3-1 delivery from Glenn. Glenn lifts, delivers. That fastball just misses off the plate away. So a 2-out walk. For Impeduglia brings up another lefty, Myron Revane. The first pitch to Revane is Glenn, checks the runner. Lifts and delivers. That pitch is up and out of the zone for ball 1. So Barreto continuing to warm up down the line. As Glenn lifts and delivers. Good breaking ball there. Check swung and taken by Mabang. That'll move us into a 1-1 count. List delivers. Slider must have been off the plate away. 2-1. So the 2-1 offering is fouled away to left field by Mavane. As we have number 13, right-handed sidearmer Ryan Tomeo getting loose in the bullpen. Tomeo played in the Empire League last year on the Empire League side of things. And the 2 Black Sox, 2 Empire team league we hosted last year as Mabane strikes this ball to the warning track in right field. When McDade is able to track that ball down for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. First baseman Impaduli on the walk. As we go into the bottom of the 6th inning, the score is now tied 1-1. Still no action in the Wolfpac bullpen as Vasquez takes them out yet again here in the bottom of the 6th. As he has been fairly efficient here.
Welcome to the Space Jam. All right.
We got a little bit of press box entertainment here as we got the beautiful voice of Courtney Mack serenading us from the scoreboard. And we also have Dylan Jacober, tomorrow's starting pitcher for the Killer Bees. Buzz, buzz.
How we doing, everyone?
On behalf of our listeners, I believe we're doing quite well.
Beautiful day for 2 baseball games. Good defense on display, good pitching on display.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Wouldn't be the worst if a little breeze came rolling through and it cooled everyone off, but no complaints. Beautiful day at the ballpark.
Our Canuck looking about 5 shades darker than he would be if you were back in his home country of Canada. Also, we'll be looking to celebrate Canada Day here in a couple of days.
Which one do you do the hockey star Mac? That you? You know what's funny about that? My last name is Mac, and you know on the hockey game they won't let you play Mac, so I took his last name.
That's your boy.
He David said he just got an Angels fit, right? And his dad was like, it was his dad. That's funny.
So first pitch of the bottom of the 6th inning here to Jerry Anton is taken off the plate away for ball 1. Anton playing shortstop. along with McDade, played in Bakersfield in the Pecos. As Vasquez fires a pitch inside, it is fouled off for strike 2. So quickly 0-2 here. To the shortstop, Anton. As Anton lifts that one into left field, but that nestles in front of the left fielder, Mabane. Anton takes a turn, but returns back to first base for a no-out single. Yeah, well, clear the comments. Oh, shit. So Brilliance Sox looking to answer back. Have the leadoff man aboard here. Vasquez shakes off a couple of pitches. And McDade, who has hit next to Anton in the order, steps back into the box. Oh, as he hits a ground ball to the third baseman, Mercado, who the ball hits off his glove and he tries to get the lead runner at second base, but unsuccessfully so, is Anton, who has pretty good wheels. So that would be an error, actually. That's an error on the third baseman, unfortunately. So well struck. You can't assume the double play. So if they get the fielder's choice there, it's still just a fielder's choice with no error, but because both runners are safe, it'll go down in the books as an E5. So, wait, was that Lampkin that hit, or did Lampkin just run from the field? Either way, we have Will Lampkin in at first base. As that pitch is painted on the outside corner. Cage. So Slayton Vaughn with no outs, runners on first and second. I heavily doubt that he'll be bunting in this situation. He could. Wouldn't be a bad move, but at 6'6", it's not really a huge part of your game. As he crushes the ball into deep left field, no tag by Anton. As the ball is quickly thrown back into the shortstop, Dadson jogs the ball back in for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the DH, left-handed hitter, Jacob Backley. Backley from Washington State. Will have a chance to drive in the runs here. Bring home the tie and run. Ball one there. So Backley prepares for the 1-0 pitch. Vasquez comes set, delivers, and that pitch is down in the dirt, but handled by Alvarez for ball 2, 2-0. That pitch is taken off the plate away as well. 3-0. Walk here would load the bases for the dangerous Trey Hunt, who is hitting over 300 with only one single on the season. So do the math on that. That means a whole lot of extra base hits. Oh, ball 4 there, just off the plate inside. So a 4-pitch walk to load the bases. So the base is loaded. Player manager Skylar Janice pitched to Jem yesterday. Will be out to have a conversation with Jose Vasquez. Trey Hunt is looking for an RBI here.
Stay in the moment, Trey.
As Trey Hunt digs into the batter's box. Slider taken for a strike.
Right, clear the count. You get like 4 balls. Actually, it's clear. It's like all. I don't know. And hold on.
So the second pitch of the at-bat is grounded up the middle. Hits off the mound to Brennan Dadson going up the middle, who gloves it, and then glove flips it to Salcedo, the second baseman. Slings it over to first base to retire the side. So Vasquez is able to clutch up and get a ground ball there to get himself out of the inning and shut down the Brilliance Sox. So bases loaded and 1 out. And he is able to prevent them from scoring. As we have right-hander Ryan Tomeo on the mound here. So great job here today by Devontae Glenn, who in 6 innings gave up 1 run on 4 hits. Only run coming via the solo shot by Ray Wall. He will be receiving a no decision, as this game is still tied. So Mosley, as he has never caught Tomeo, jogs out to have a quick conversation with him. See what he has. retreats back to the catcher's box and prepares to face the designated hitter, Will Musser. Musser takes ball 1, low and away. As Tomeo delivers a ball up and out of the zone for ball 2. Tomeo lifts, delivers. That pitch is off. For ball 3. 3-0 to the batter, Will Musser. So let's see if Tomeo can claw his way back into this at bat. That pitch is down for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk for the first batter of the game for Ryan Tomeo. As Tomeo looks to face Anthony Alvarez. Alvarez bunts the ball past Tomeo to the shortstop, Anton, as nobody's covering third base. And the ball is thrown past the third baseman, Vargas. So great bunt by Alvarez. He is able to push it past Tomeo. And then Anton, the shortstop, fires it across to Slayton Vaughn. And with nobody covering third, with Vargas vacating the bag, Musser is wheeled around to third base. So Mark Demko calls his infield in to have a conversation. So the lead is, or the tied game is already squandered here by Tomeo. It is now 1-0. So 2-1 game. So hopefully Tomeo can settle down here and strand that runner at second base to keep the Wolfpac lead to 1. Definitely another bunt situation here with the runner on second base with the speedy Salcedo as he scores around a bunt, pulls back, takes strike 1. As he is swinging with the third baseman Vargas in, fouls that one off to go to 0-2. As he fakes the bunt, and Tomeo misses in with the slider. So 2-2 pitch. Incoming from Ryan Tomeo. Fouled off by Salcedo. So here we go. 2-2 to Salcedo. That one is lifted to short right field as Lampkin puts it away. And Anthony Alvarez takes a few jab steps off of second base. But Lampkin is not fooled as he flips the ball to the cutoff man. It's like Jimmy Boyce for the first out. So Tomeo able to leave the runner on first base or on second base. Brings up leadoff man Willis McDaniel. McDaniel takes ball one off the plate inside. As Tomeo comes set, prepares to deliver the 1-0. Another bunt. That was a beauty. Barehanded by Vargas. As he eats that one. No arm fake. As the runner on third base did round semi-aggressively. So no throw, and that is a bunt single for McDaniel. Beauty of a bunt there by the leadoff man. And center fielder for the Wolfpac. And that brings up Brendan Dadson. The first of back-to-back dangerous left-handed bats. And Dadson and Raywalt, who hit a solo home run, to put the Wolfpac on the board in the sixth inning. Could come up to bat with some runners on base here. As Tomeo checks the runner takes off. It's a strike. No tag there from Anton as he comes and picks the short hop. As Alvarez, the runner on third, stays put. So runner's out second and third now. Takes the ground ball double play out of order. So 2-0. From 2-0 offering is a slider, backdoor, makes it 2-1. As the infield the middle is even, the corners ran, trying to prevent this third run. A strike two, another slider on the outside edge. So we got first base open, but not necessarily who you want to face here. With the base loaded with Josh Raywald on deck. You'd rather keep that bag open. In case, to be able to be a little bit more careful with Raywald. So that pitch is in, grounded to the shortstop. On the run, throws the ball home. And the catcher, Mosley, puts the tag down on Alvarez. So great play on the run by the shortstop, Anton. We're 2 up. So the infield pays off for the Brilliance Sox. And on the fielder's choice, McDaniel advances to third base. And the batter, Dadson, reaches. So Dadson put the ball in play, but nothing doing. As Tomeo fires the first pitch to Raywald off the plate and inside. As Raywald prepares for the 2-0 offering from Tomeo. Tomeo lines, delivers. That ball is fouled back. Fastball inside. There's time called here. As it looks like Slayton Vaughn. Maybe the heat got to him there. As he is over at the dugout hydrating. Hopefully he'll be okay. Should stay out of the sun. As we have the designated hitter, Bockley, coming over to first base. I don't believe is legal. As instead he hands his first baseman's mitt off to Mark Vargas, the third baseman. As that will put John Williams in left field for his Yinzer debut. As Trey Williams runs in to swap his outfield glove for his third baseman's glove. As the bench guys for the Brilliance help out with the glove swaps. So hopefully Vaughn was nothing serious over there. Hopefully he's all right.
Wow.
The best of wishes to Slayton Vaughn there. As that 3-1 offering is lifted into foul territory, and the ball found the new third baseman, Trey Hunt. So catching all those balls in left field, paying dividends as he makes easy work of that pop-up. But not before that run scores to make the game 2-1. So defensive mistakes proving costly here for the Brilliant Sox. As on their first error of the game, they gave up a run there.
Yes, sir.
So Tomeo unable to hold the 1-1 tie. As we see Felix Barreto warming up yet again in the bullpen. As I'll take a short break as I need to grab myself a water.
My juices in the day. Good.
So 1-1 count here to Josh Mosley. As that pitch is taken off the plate inside from Vasquez. So Vasquez in to start his 7th inning of work. Find himself in a 2-1 count. That pitch is off the plate away, fouled off into the hill. Hey, is anybody on that? We gotta still look for those ones though. Do we have any foul ball guys? Yo, Alex, can you go look for that one? Or you're on book. Could you see? Just take a look for that one, like up on the hill or something. We've lost so many baseballs today. There's nobody.
Where'd he go? Where'd he
Like up over into that area somewhere. So another knock for Vargas in the gap again. Splits the outfielders into the deep part as Vargas is getting wheeled around second. The relay throw from Salcedo is on the money, but Vargas slides in safely. So another extra base hit for Vargas has a double earlier today. There's a 3-bagger for him. Love to see it. So with 1 out, the Brilliance Sox have a runner off the tying run on 3rd base. So huge knock. Splits the difference over there in right center field for the Brilliance Sox. And that brings up the 9-hole second baseman, Jimmy Boyce. So with the corners in, second baseman, second short like halfway. As Datsun continues to creep up. Vargas on 3rd. Oh, line drive, hit hard right at the 3rd baseman, Mercado. It's put away for the 2nd out of the inning. So 1 pitch, and Jimmy Boyce is retired. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the center fielder, Brett Smith. So quick 2nd out there after giving up the triple. As Vasquez lifts and delivers a slider off the plate inside. So Brett Smith prepares for the 1-0 pitch with the infield now back with 2 outs. Ooh. And that slider slipped out of the hand of Vasquez and hits Brett Smith in what looked to be the shoulder blade. Kind of high up. So that puts runners on the corners with 2 outs for Brett Smith. Steven Knapp, the former Wolfpac member, commenting on our video saying up, but we'll see how long that lasts. As the Brilliance Sox are 90 feet away from tying this game right back up. Vasquez comes set, delivers, and that pitch is off the plate away to the left-handed bat of Jarrett Anton. Anton, who made the phenomenal play in the last inning, ranging into the 6-hole with the infield in, and throws the ball on the run. Throws a strike to the catcher Mosley, who puts the tag down on Anthony Alvarez. The save a run. Swings through, strike one. Vasquez comes set. Lifts and delivers. The runner takes off. That is a fastball up. Alvarez loses the ball on the transfer. And Brett Smith is into second base, standing up. So 2-1. 2-1. With runners on second and third here for Anton. So a base hit. Could reverse the scoreboard here. As that pitch is off the plate in. A wild hit, and Mark Vargas hesitates, but is able to score to tie the game up at 2-2 on the wild pitch. The runner on second, Brett Smith, is able to advance to third as well. So on back-to-back pitches, Brett Smith finds himself the backside runner, first and third, all the way to third base. Put him 90 feet away from taking the lead. Big swing there, 3-1 by Jarrett Anton to move the count to 3-2. Those of you just now joining us, it is a 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Full count, 2 outs, runner on third. As Jarrett Anton fouls that pitch away. Anton lifts this one into center field. McDaniel camps under it. He's able to put that one away for the third out. So the Brilliance Sox are able to answer back and score a run of their own to tie this ball game up 2-2. As Ryan Tomeo, with Felix Barreto warming up in the bullpen, returns back to the mound.
Only like the day after.
It's okay, bro. You're still gonna do less shit than more.
Not every single day trying to do that. That's weird. It should be like
They don't matter. You gotta figure it out.
So coming back to you with some eighth inning action here. As Skylar Mercado takes a slider for strike one from Ryan Tamayo. As the second pitch is lifted into right center field, as the center fielder Brett Smith cruises on over, camps under it, and makes the first out of the inning. That brings up the left-handed bat of Joe Empaduglia. First pitch is down from Ryan Tamayo.
Umpire keeps getting this.
As Tamayo misses again outside for ball 2-0. To Empaduglia. As that pitch is off the plate inside this time. As that is ball four. 4-pitch walk from Tamayo. Another free pass to lead off the inning. As this may be the first time Tamayo going multiple innings. Let's check his stats here. That ball is bunted foul by McBain. Good idea. So yeah, 7 appearances. Tamayo has only gone 8 innings. So this will only be his second time going multiple innings with a 1.63 whip. So the runner takes off there. Empaduglia showing a little speed. He slides in safely to second base for a stolen base. Oh, yeah, ball one there. Evens the count at 1-1. Wolfpac doing a good job running the bases here. Look to create something out of nothing. As McBain gets a small piece of that one. But Josh Mosley holds on to move the count to 1-2. McBain fouls off the slider away. Good job by Myron to stay alive there. As that slider just about came back to paint the outside corner. But McBain able to fight it off to keep the count at 1-2. Tamayo checks the runner, comes set, delivers. That pitch is lifted into short right field. Empaduglia will remain at second base as Lampkin, who's coming in through that baseball, flips the ball to third. And we have 2 outs here. To bring up designated hitter Will Musser. Musser wearing number 51. Prepares for the first pitch from Tomeo. That pitch is painted inside for strike one. As Tomeo comes set. And delivers, and that pitch is off the plate inside to Musser. So 2-2 tie here in the top of the 8th inning. As Tomeo delivers another ball off the plate in. So 2-1 count here. To Musser with 2 outs. As Impaduglia takes his lead off of the second base that he stole. And that pitch is again off the plate inside. Move the count 2-3-1. As he smokes a ground ball to the third baseman, Trey Hunt, who fires the ball across, and Tomeo is able to strand Impaduglia at second base. So we have manager Mark Demko signaling to the bullpen, which likely means we will see Felix Barreto coming in for the top of the 9th inning. As Jose Vasquez returns the start, the 8th inning. So great job by Vasquez keeping his pitch count down. To be able to start the 8th inning with nobody warming up in the bullpen. And we continue to see a lot of dog in Vasquez, as he just continues to compete in the hot sun. Weather report for tomorrow looks like it says 80% chance of thunderstorms. As the chance is highest in the afternoon, so hopefully that storm will blow away so we can get these 2 games in. 10 o'clock start time for the 3rd game of this series, Wolfpac versus Brilliance Sox. And the Killer Bees versus Road Warriors finale. The rubber game will occur tentatively at 1:30, but after the conclusion of the first ball game. So that'll bring up Will Lampkin. Lampkin, who pinch ran for McDade. Has been playing right field and takes ball 1 up and out of the zone. As that pitch is swung through and missed for strike 1 to even count at 1-1. That pitch is lifted high down the right field line and foul up into the concourse. Oh, the slider is offered at and missed for strike 3. Good pitch there by Jose Vasquez. So that'll bring up the left fielder, John Williams. First at bat of the season for John Williams. Oh, second, my bad. My mistake. He appeared in yesterday's ball game as well. Williams, who was with us on the tour, swings through strike 1, even the count at 1-1. Takes ball 2, 2-1. As he chops that one down the third base line, and Mercado lets that one go foul as he had no chance to get the speedy Williams. So John Williams will get set for the 2-2 pitch. So Vasquez lifts and delivers. That pitch is down and away out of the zone for ball 3. 3-2 the count. Vasquez lifts and delivers. That pitch is off the plate inside for ball 4. And Williams will trot on down to first base to bring up the big bat of Jacob Bachman. So player manager Skylar Janice coming out to have a word with Vasquez after the walk. We'll make a call to the bullpen. And out comes Matt Colon, the right-handed pitcher, as Vasquez leaves the mound. Great game for Vasquez. Went 7 1/3. Gave up 7 hits. 2 runs to his credit thus far. But the runner on first base is his responsibility. As Colon begins to take his warm-up pitches. Colon has 8 appearances. Has thrown in 9 innings. A 1.33 whip. And 7 strikeouts, 8 walks. For an 8 ERA. Only 4 hits. So the walks have been harmful for Colon this far.
But he does have 2 saves to his credit and a 1-0 record. So he has been in some crucial situations for the Wolfpac.
Cologne with a sidearm delivery will feature a fastball tailing away from the left-handed Bockley and breaking into the right-handed Trey Hunt, who's on deck. First pitch is a strike as Alvarez fires down to first base. As John Williams dives back in safely. Bockley stands back in with the shift. Dadson standing pretty much on top of second base as that pitch is taken inside. Just missed getting a piece of Bockley there. But instead it is just ball 1. So 1-1 count. With the tying run on first base. Williams with a small lead over there at first base. Nothing going there on 1-1. Good count to run in. As that ball is fouled off for strike 2. So 1-2 count here. The designated hitter, Jacob Bockley. Spent spring training with the Wild Things. As Cologne picks over. Great tag by Impedulia. But John Williams able to dive back in safely to beat the tag. So Cologne looks back in as Bockley wags his bat, prepares for the 1-2 delivery. Oh, that is a slider. Good pitch there. Started on the outside edge, broke to the inner corner, and swung through. That ball may have been tipped by Bockley, but Alvarez hung on. First strike 3, so 2 outs. That'll bring up Trey Hunt, who started this game in left field and has taken over as the third baseman, following the little switcheroo of the defensive alignment, following the possibly dehydration or heat-related issue. The first baseman, Slayton Vaughn, who came out of the game in the middle of the inning. As Matt Cologne lifts and delivers. And Trey Hunt swings through that one for strike 1. So Matt Cologne, who was on the far first base side of the rubber to face the left-handed hitting Bockley, is now on the far third base side of the rubber to face the right-handed Trey Hunt. So that ball is looking to come behind the hitter with how far from the side Cologne delivers the ball. And he tries to negate the side toss effect against the lefties. Or so it seems. So another swing and miss by Trey Hunt moves the count to 1-2 as Alvarez sets it outside. The runner goes, slider off the plate away. Wow! As Jesus Salcedo is running across to cover the bag and in mid-stride catches the ball and puts the tag on the helmet of John Williams. Great play there. Throw on the money by Alvarez. And a beautiful tag. Wow. Love to see that. Great play there. Good throw by Alvarez. Alvarez has had a strong showing throwing the ball from behind the dish all day today. Gizzard adds another feather in his cap, throwing out John Williams to end the bottom of the 8th inning. After 8, we have a 2-2 tie. We have Felix Barreto coming into this contest to relieve Ryan Tomeo. So Tomeo just gave up the 1 run. But his boys were able to tie the game back up, preceding the 0 that he put up, to keep the score knotted at 2. So this 9th inning brought to you by Cold Water, as the big vet move by Courtney Mack popped his drink into the refrigerator to get it nice and ice cold. Nothing like a refreshing drink on a hot summer's day.
Gotta stay hydrated. If not, you'll start cramping up like I do.
You heard it from the man himself. So Munenori Kawasaki eats bananas to avoid cramps, but Courtney Mack, who has been a stud for us thus far in the Yinzer, drinks water and cold water to prevent his cramping. So, a little tip from the wise here, from the folks upstairs in the press box. And bananas are also not a bad move, so not an either-or situation in cramp prevention. So a little bit of cramp prevention 101 prior to the top of the night as Josh Mosley gets set to go to work with left-handed pitcher Felix Barreto. Oh, another tip. This might actually fall into cramp prevention 201, as this is a bit more of an advanced trick. Consumption of pickle juice. Straight pickle juice also prevents cramps. And another little tip, so does mustard, as I've played with guys that have had some cramping issues in their legs that just chug down mustard packets during the game.
Crazy stuff once you start cramping. You try anything once you start cramping.
As Barreto fires in strike 1. And rather than fixing cramps after they happen, the best course of action is to prevent them before they do happen. As Barreto fires ball 1, up and away. Barreto, who has struggled with control early in the season, we'll see if he is able to fill up the zone here in this tied ball game. As Barreto winds and delivers. That pitch off the plate away. For ball 2, 2-1 the count. Hey, there's a pitch. Chase, nice work. So ball 4 there. So leadoff walk to Barreto, or from Barreto to the catcher Alvarez. Never want to walk the leadoff guy in an inning, especially a guy in the bottom third of the order. But nonetheless, that runner is walked. To bring up the pinch hitter, number 57, Colin Miner. Miner has been dangerous this year with the bat in his hand, hitting for the second baseman, Jesus Salcedo, the man who made the brilliant tag to end the 8th inning. It is getting hot up here in the booth. I apologize to our young fans listening in. That pitch is up and out of the zone for Miner. So Miner, one of our league leaders in home runs.
Like you just said.
As Barreto fires ball 2, 2-0. So after walking the leadoff man at 5 pitches, Barreto finds himself behind 2-0. That pitch is down out of the zone for ball 3, 3-0. So Barreto, who throws the ball decently hard from the left side, needs to find a way to find the zone. The young lefty has some time to develop, but probably should cut down the time he spends warming up. We have been talking about him getting loose since about the 5th inning. So he's been warming up in 90-degree weather for probably over an hour. As he comes set for the 3-0 delivery, Colin Miner. As that pitch is down out of the zone for ball 4. So 9 pitches and 8 balls from Felix Barreto. No. And with the runner on second base and first base open, walking one of the most dangerous men in the league, not necessarily the worst call. To bring up the leadoff man, Willis McDaniel. Puts him in a tough position there. This middle of the order coming up. As this might be a good position for a bunt to bring up the big bopper lefties, Gadsden and Raywald. So Joe Torre, the player commissioner of the Yinzer Baseball Confederacy, will be running for Colin Miner. So Miner's day is over after an 0-for-0 4-pitch walk. So pretty much did his job there. OPS is looking beautiful for Miner as Torre takes a big lead as the first baseman is anticipating a bunt. As McDaniel takes a pitch for strike 1. Does not show there. See if Vargas retreats a little bit. So, yeah. So, a new defensive alignment here with Boyce at third base. Zach Holliday coming off the bench at second. And third. Oh! So, Trey Hunt is shortstop, unable to handle the back pick from the catcher, Josh Mosley. Would have been a crucial out there. But with 1-1 count, McDaniel scored him up there, didn't he? You see that?
No, I didn't really see.
Yeah, all that going on. All in all. So Vargas still creeping. Third baseman Boyce also creeping. McDaniel shows bunt. That pitch is spiked. Gets away from Mosley. And the runner on second, Alvarez, is able to advance to third base. So a wild pitch from Barreto moves the count to 2-1. and moves both runners up 90 feet. So runners on second and third takes the double play out of the situation here. As Torrey also advanced to second. So 2-1 to the leadoff hitter McDaniel, with Brendan Dadson, the shortstop, and left-handed swinger up next. That will bring the infield in with no outs. You can't trust that this guy's not going to walk in that route.
Barely in the fire, bro. I'd rather face lefty on lefty from here on out.
So 2-2 count here. Daniel also leads 15 at bats.
Yeah, bro. That's your wish. I appreciate you, brother.
So Barreto has the count even here at 2-2. Prepares to deliver to McDaniel. That pitch is struck into left field. Williams playing in, fires the ball in. Oh. As the runner on second holds at third base, does Torrey. But on the throw to home plate, the high throw, it does not go through the cutoff man. Gets to the catcher. And the Mosley tries to get the runner advancing at second, throws the ball into center field, which lets McDaniel go all the way to third base. So that'll be a run or an RBI single with an advance on the throw to home and an error on the catcher throwing the ball into center field to bring in the second run there, as well as being responsible for McDaniel getting to third base.
Pulled itself.
So that is the end. Call for Demko. So Barreto calls for Demko and comes out of the game, doesn't get an out. On the hook for the loss here, down by 2. So as would be what's normal for an injury, Roger on, the right-handed pitcher, comes in with all the time he wants to warm up. So on prior to getting on the mound to throw, takes a few just striding down. So this game goes from a tied ball game to kind of ugly here in a hurry with no outs and a runner on third base. So the bullpen woes continue here for the Brilliance Sox. So here's a question for our fans. If 2% milk is only 2% milk, what is the other 98%?
Yeah.
So for those of you that have an answer for us,
Please let me know that 98% is. So I was starting 32%.
please let us know. Courtney Mack would like to know.
He needs some milk. It was water, and then I took the squeeze, like, yeah, that stuff. I went and put like 16 drops of BL in here.
It's good. Did you guys some?
It's in the car, so it gives you like 24 squirts. I got like 16 out of the first one. So yeah, it was like, it says 8. It's a squirt for 8 ounces.
Yeah, that adds up.
I did the little math to it, and I went in and I was like, well, I'm going to squeeze until this makes sense.
So Roger on is all ready to face the left-handed arm or bat. It is getting hot up here. Oh, Brendan Dadson. as we have cloud cover as a big chunk of shade passes over the infield. Good little breeze there. Probably the third one we felt all day. As Brennan Dadson steps into the batter's box. On, delivers the first pitch, is a strike on the inside corner. So good for On to be ready to rock and roll when being summoned directly from the dugout onto the mound. Dadson prepares for the 0-1 pitch. That pitch is off the plate inside.
Yeah, I would work him in, to be honest. He doesn't really come every day.
Does this one?
He doesn't come back, but his barrel like that. So, yeah, he's like, the cutter set up there on him. He's a massive pack line. And it's just like, wow, just keep on the cutters. The bat play, the plane that your bat's on, they'll never hit cutter. Because it's definitely dying away.
So Dadson takes the pitch away, hits a ground ball to the second baseman, Holiday, who double clutches a little bit, but makes the throw on the run for the first out. But that run comes in to score, so we can close the book on Barreto as he gave up the third run of this inning to make the score 5-2. So RBI ground out there for Dadson. Brings up left-handed bat right fielder Josh Raywalt. Raywalt fouls the first pitch off behind into the stands. So On retires the first batter he faces. Lifts and fires. That pitch is on the black, on the outer edge. On, working quickly. Ahead 0-2 to Raywalt. Shakes once. Likes the second call from Moses. Throws a fastball off the plate away. Good pitch there with 2 strikes. Well, way ahead in the count. As On lifts, delivers. That pitch is down on the inner edge of the play, but down. For a ball 2. 2-2 the count. As that ball is struck down the first base line, just foul, rules the umpire. As the count remains 1-2 to Raywalt. So this ball game was tied 2-2 coming into this inning. Felix Barreto came in, could not record an out. And Josh Raywalt is struck out looking on a fastball on the inner half of the plate. So 2 up and 2 down for Roger On.
Got a little bounce to him. A little swag.
Looking swaggerific out there. It is set to face the right-handed bat of Skylar Mercado. Mercado takes a fastball down and in for ball 1. On comes set. Lifts and delivers. That pitch is well struck into center field and nestles in front of the center fielder, Brett Smith. But 2 out knock, no big deal. He just has to retire Joe Madubia to get out of the inning. Great to see On just filling it up here. And On lifts and delivers. Great pitch. just off the plate, I believe, outside. As that pitch is on the outer edge. On living right around the zone. As he lifts and delivers, that pitch is skied into right field. And Will Lampkin makes the catch in foul territory to retire the side. But not before the Wolfpac plate 3. So the Brilliance Sox will look to come back here in the bottom of the ninth inning. They got 3 outs to score 3 or more runs. 3 to tie, 4 to win. As Joe Torre, the pinch runner, will stay in the game to play second base in the stead of Salcedo. Matty Colon will continue to do the pitching for the Wolfpac. Looks to be the only change here.
Are those the evening games? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah. And then July 4th, we got a 2 and 6 fireworks.
Come tell the people, Courtney.
Me? Yeah. So, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday games are at 6. We got the Killer Bees and the Wolfpac on Thursday and Saturday night. And then Friday afternoon, or Friday night, is the Road Warriors and the Brilliance Sox. And then if you're not doing anything for the 4th of July, starting at 2 o'clock, you'll have the Road Warriors and the Brilliance Sox, and the nightcap game with the Killer Bees and the Wolfpac, rounding out with fireworks on Sunday night. If you don't have anything to do, come support, come hang out, have a good time. Be some good baseball being played.
There will also be fireworks on the 4th of July
Yes, sir.
following that game, the 6 o'clock game. So if you want some fireworks at the ballpark, come on out. As here we see Trey Hunt, who is now playing shortstop, his 3rd position in the game. He started in left, moved to 3rd following Slayton Vaughn's departure from this contest. Then moved over to short, the defensive shuffle of the last inning. As Cologne delivers ball 1, down and away. Cologne comes set on the third base side for the righty. Delivers. Big swing. Strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Hunt hammers that ball down the line. In left field, moves the count to 1-2. That was double. 1 or 2, 2. The 1-2. Columbus delivers. That pitch is inside, but a slider. As Trey looked to turn and let that one hit him. But that ball bent back over and almost caught the zone, but not quite. Moved the count even to 2-2. Columbus delivers. That one Another slider. This time doesn't come back quite enough to get him as that one goes behind him. As that pitch is the middle and right in the gap as the center fielder was shaded over. That might be a triple. Yep, Trey Hunt hits second, full head of steam, and coasts into third base. As the shortstop, Dadson, the back end of the double cut, corrals the ball and jogs it in. So stand-up triple there for Trey Hunt to lead off the inning. So the Brilliance Sox are down but not out here. As Josh Mosley, the catcher, steps into the box. Glow lifts and delivers. That pitch is on the outer edge at the knees for strike one. Glow comes set, delivers. That pitch is smacked back up the middle for an RBI single for Mosley. McDaniel swings it back to the cutoff man. So the Brilliance Sox able to cut the lead to 5-3 and bring the tying run to the plate in Mark Vargas, who has a double and a triple already on the day. As we see left-handed pitcher Doug Olchazy getting loose in the bullpen. Olchazy, I believe, has a couple starts on the year. Oh, Mosley steals second base to get out of the double play. Alvarez slow to get up. He looks to be fine as he puts his mask right back on. So 1-0 count here to Vargas. As Colon is now on the first base side of the rubber, Mosley takes off again and kicks third base as that ball squeaks by. So Vargas said, oh, wow. Vargas now a home run away from the cycle, gets a single with a throwing error from Raywald as Raywald tries to throw the ball into home, which makes the game 5-4 on the base hit by Vargas.
I thought I put the hit up, to be honest.
So with no outs in the bottom of the ninth, the Brilliant Sox have the tying run at second base. And the 9-hole hitter Jimmy Boyce up to bat. Oh, as Boyce gets out of the way. He had a chance to get the winning run on base, but decides not to wear that one. Hate to see it. That would have been a big situation for an extra base runner. But Boyce wants to drive in the runner at second himself. As that slider right down the middle is taken for strike one. Oh, I hate to see that, man. It's easier to say as a pitcher because I haven't been hit by a pitch in a while. But that slider catches the outside corner. So we'll see what happens. A ground ball to the right side would pay dividends as that would put Vargas 90 feet away from scoring. And that slider is lifted down the right field line, and it nestles foul and rolls into the Brilliant Sox bullpen, where we see left-handed pitcher Max Marleveld. So we have a lefty warming up on either side. Both lefties that have started this season. Not necessarily had the best starts, but are available. So the 1-2 pitch to Jimmy Boyce. That slider is, oh, wow. way off the plate away and swung through by Boyce. So the baseball gods had something to say about the 9-hole not willing to wear that first pitch that was in his batter's box. So can't say I'm surprised about that one, as the baseball gods often. Yep. You gotta play the way it's meant to be played. So we got some comments from the peanut gallery. Uninvited. Let themselves into the press box. Strike one is taken by Brett Smith. As Brett Smith takes slider off the plate away. So a lot of sliders here from Cologne. As Cologne lifts and delivers. That pitch is on the corner away. Taken by the center fielder, Brett Smith. 1-2 count to Brett Smith. As Cologne comes set. Lifts and delivers. That pitch is off the plate away as Alvarez looks as if he's going to try to backpick the runner at second, but holds on to the ball. Evens the count at 2-2. As that pitch is taken off the plate away. By the leadoff man, Brett Smith. So full count. Cologne sets, gets ready to deliver the payoff pitch, checks the runner. Throws a slider up and away. So the winning run is on first base in Brett Smith to bring up the pinch hit or the defensive replacement playing second base, Zach Holliday. Holliday, who has seen time on the mound as well as in the field thus far. Pitched well for us in the tour, but is getting an opportunity to play the field, which is his first passion. Takes ball one off the plate away. So nobody throwing in either bullpen now. So either those arms are ready or they will ride or die by Cologne. As Cologne checks the runner twice, delivers. Holliday lifts that ball down the right field line, foul, out of play. You the Pepsi can. Yeah, everything. Ground ball to the third baseman, Mercado, who takes it over to third base, fires it across to reaching Empeduglia for a 5-3 double play to end this ballgame. So well fought by the Brilliance Sox, but they come up short. So 5-4 contest here. So we will see you back here tomorrow. Game 1, Brilliance Sox versus the Wolfpac to finish this series. And then the second game will be the Killer Bees versus the Road Warriors. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.
Hey, yo.